Hello and welcome to Forgotten Temples of Cambodia, and today I have been through some very dusty trails to get to here. And where is here, Mr. B? Well, it's Prasat Banan. Is that right?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. You see, she was correcting me before. She's very good. Prasat Banan. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I just love that. Now, what you obviously have noticed is this enormous stairway. Look at that. And if you look midway up, hold on, where just about there, you'll see a group of young boys, and they're not even halfway up. So this is a stairway to heaven, but is it a temple heaven? I'm yet to find out. What I do know is there is a remarkable temple up there. But is it worth all these stairs for a man as lazy as me? Well, that's for me to find out. The adventure starts now. So here I am, I've made it to the top, and that was quite the struggle. But a bit like the old song Stairway to Heaven, it was well worth it, because getting up here, we can see temples that it looks like the gods themselves have built. But the one thought that kept running through my head as I was slogging my way up those stairs was, I wonder what the builders were thinking when they heard about this. So you can imagine they were building a temple not so far from here, and they were starting to finish up, and the head builder, the governor of the site, shall we call him, says, guess what, lads, this one's almost finished. The next one we're building is going to be up over there on that hill. I imagine there was a deep collective sigh as they all muttered, no, just no, we are not going all the way up there. But they did, and my goodness, didn't they create a wonder? So here we are. Now then, as you can see, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Italian lessons thrown in for nothing. You can't beat this channel. But I tell you the truth, I don't know where to start. So why don't you and I head over to the left here? I mean, the positioning of this temple is quite simply supreme. It reigns like, I don't know, the finest jewel that sits in the Queen of England's crown, which I believe to be the Koh-i-Noor diamond. And this is a bit like the Koh-i-Noor, the crown being the hill itself and all the temples around, but this one sitting right on the peak. And what do we notice coming into this first prasat? And it is that it's larger inside. This is a current theme I keep hitting here on my tour of Battambang Bong, but unfortunately his roof hasn't served him very well, and it is absolutely stunning. And with the benefit of the beautiful breeze, we can only cast our eye towards the sun and thank those ancient builders for putting in the effort and the labour they did. And I'm sure they'd be very pleased that 1,000 years on, this place is still a place of wonder and of magic. And you're probably picking up on the mic, although I am using a radio mic, a beautiful river, a stream of a breeze that's just bowling through this one room alone. It doesn't do it anywhere else. Is there a reason for that? Well, it's just coincidental probably, because as we know, temples face east-west. But it is an incredibly commanding position. It is an absolute joy to be this elevated. And if any of you wish to place a guess as to how many tons of stone they had to cart up here, I'd be very interested. But I bet you'd be off target, because you must remember, look at this here, you see, the platform itself needs to be built, the foundations, because if you're going to be the mighty temple builder, or you've got to answer to the king or so on, you don't have the option of getting it wrong, because your life potentially could depend on it. So it is the foundations that are supremely important. And let us conclude our walk round. And right here is a small doorway. Now, if you know me, and hopefully you do, there's nothing I can't resist like a doorway, because there's, oh good Lord, hello, there are things of intrigue. This is a beautiful space. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. We have the roof. Let's have a quick Scooby-Doo up there. Look at that. Doesn't it all look Neolithic and lovely? And it's lovely and cool in here. But do you know what I'm really liking? Is look here. It's like Ozymandias, King of Kings, the poem. I've mentioned him before, but look it up. Ozymandias, you see, is all about a traveller was going through the desert and he found 2 almighty feet, and below the almighty feet was an inscription, and it said, "Here stood Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon this statue and fear him." Well, what makes that poem so incredible, and to me as a child it always stayed with me, was Ozymandias, although he had 2 giant feet, once there was an enormous statue that was showing his, hello cat, showing his power. But as time had passed by, the statue had gone and Ozymandias was no more. So it's a very sad tale, and this is identical to Ozymandias. So there it is, Phnom Banan. And although there is an awful lot of steps to climb to find this little slice of heaven up in the sky, I can assure you it is certainly worth it. It is a very special place, and of course all these temples and so on took an awful lot of labour, but this one certainly was a backbreaker for the ancients, so it's an extra salute to those chappies. As always, this has been Mr. B of Forgotten Temples, Cambodia. If you have any comments, questions or queries, I'm always grateful to receive them. And to those that have commented, thank you so very much. It's just nice to know that someone's listening, because I do go out on my own and most of this stuff is just myself on my bike wandering around. And to share that passion and for someone to recognise it is deeply rewarding. So thank you very much, my lovelies. Until next time, when you can join me on another short romp around somewhere ancient, far, far away in another mystical land, I wish you nothing but the very best. Take good care.